Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of our modded series. I hope you are all doing fine. So this episode we are going to go to the Betweenlands and we are going to do some Golemancy from Thaumcraft because this world is a very lonely place and I need some minions. I made myself a small shooting range and you can shoot at flying zombies. And since I was a horrible shot, I'm using homing missiles, so they seek the target. Sometimes I still miss, and this is why there's a pool of liquid death there. So if I miss, they will fall inside and get converted into crystals. The way it works is actually very easy. I'm using an Arcane Levitator from Thaumcraft, a mechanical user, and a spawner. The spawner provides the soul vial, the mechanical user opens it when I look at the Ender Overseer from Botania, which I'm trying not to look. There's another one which pushes it towards the pool of liquid death. This thing spawns a taint seed every 20 minutes, and instead of stopping it manually, I decided to use a railgun from open modular turrets. Then I got a little bit carried away, I made myself a bunker, a second turret, and I started decorating here a little bit. It's just a stupid little project, it has literally no function. We have a map of the battlefield, which I can toggle. It just shows Flux and the V. We have some extra shells. This is my window so that I can do observations, and it actually looks nice during the night. I also made a facade for our mob farm and it looks much better now because it was just a hole in the ground and now it's like a separate building which does something very important even though it doesn't. Anyway, I did not plant those lilacs even though there is nothing wrong with planting flowers for men. It's a very manly thing to do. I also made a facade for this one. I have a problem with building roofs and I don't know how to overcome it, but I have to do that. I had some extra time so I made a pixel art from an Eye of the Ender. Even though it's called pixel art, it's not exactly a work of art. The idea was that zombies will spawn from there, they will be levitated and I can shoot them. Then I scrapped the idea. I flattened that area because that is going to be our Thaumcraft magic-y area base thingy, and we're going to move our Thaumcraft stuff over there. If you remember from last episode, I removed our ore dabbling system in order to make way for our blood altar. Now we have to take care of this. I normally have ores on a different channel on the ender chest because I hate having ores unprocessed inside my ME system. There is actually a huge filter here which I don't think I have actually shown you. So the blue one is the ores and the white one is the one which goes to our ME system. There are filters which I can specify which items I don't want, they will be voided, and the items that I want goes into our ME system and get imported. I have to gather some resources, build some devices, and I will bring you back. Since this is a costume mod pack and we don't have that many ores like nuclear craft and advanced rocketry stuff, I think 1 enrichment chamber and 2 smelting factories will be enough. Of course I will upgrade them to elite tiers and it should be fine. I'm thinking of also pulverizing the coal, redstone, lapis, emerald, diamond, and that's not a pulverizer, that's a redstone furnace. Maybe I should use an enrichment chamber for those? Well, our metals are being processed here, and the reason that the rates are so low is that the solar panels on top of the ore miners are not keeping up with the ore miners' power requirements. So when I upgrade that should go considerably faster. Well, I thought instead of me mumbling that this is how you pulverize coal or redstone, I just finish the thing and get over with it because you guys already know how these things work. So the idea is that in case we are producing more ore than we can process, I can stack this up 1 more level and we will have double the devices. But I don't think we're going to need that because we're not doing ore tripling or anything complicated, it's just normal pulverizers and smelting. So this should be fine, and if I set filters for these new items, I should be able to continue with our next project. So after 2 days, this is the result. It's amazing. I never have to grow Inferium seeds anymore. I've never seen that many Superium essence. I wish they had EMC. That would have been lovely. Also, since we are going to a new area, I thought it would be wise to make a wireless crafting terminal. So we're going to need a security terminal and a wireless access point. We put our wireless terminal inside and now it's synchronized. All we have to do is to charge our crafting terminal, and we're going to do that in a capacitor bank. They don't have charging slots? Was it always like that? Huh. Anyhow, I am prepared. We already have a wireless charger from Enderio and that should work. So we put our capacitor bank there and we put our wireless charger here, and this should be charged wirelessly. Cool. And finally, we just fill it in with infinity boosters, which we are getting from our wither farm, and that's the trash. It's the wrong slot, this one. Everything that we have related to Thaumcraft is in this chest, and instead of having chests in the new location, I made a small applied energistics drive and 64 Ks and a crafting terminal. So I just have to break these chests, and nothing dropped. Ah, okay. And then we just take everything to the new location. Some of the seals in Golemancy require Arcane Infusion, and I've never done Arcane Infusion in 1.12. I have done that in 1.7, but I think the mechanics have changed a little bit. In all the mods tree, the Arcane Infusion would not work due to a bug, and it's written stable. Okay. You're brand new, how can you be unstable? Of course you're stable. Anyway, you spray Silas Mundus, the platform will form, and you also need some pedestals. Keep them symmetrical, otherwise bad things can happen during fusion crafting. And those bad things can include warp or taint. In order to do Arcane Infusion, you're going to need a lot of Essentia, and in order to get that Essentia, you're going to need the Essentia Smelter and some Arcane Olympics, which I cannot place it for some reason. These are the ones that I actually crafted before this episode, and I think maybe in episode 2 or 3, in between cutscenes or something. I needed them in order to do some research in Thaumcraft. The way that you extract Essentia from your Essentia Smelter into the warded jars is normally through a pipe, and you're also going to require a valve. This is an early game option, it's not the best, and it's actually very difficult to manage. There is a better option. And that other method is called a filling Essentia Transfuser if you get enough advancements in alchemy. These do not require pipes, and they will automatically fill in any warded jars, which is in 16 blocks of them, with the Essentia that is produced by the Essentia Smelter. I also made 3 auxiliary vents, and these will reduce flux by like 6 or 7%, so this smeltery, which is also thaumium, will produce like 2 or 3% flux maximum, which is good. You're also going to need some fuel, and I can demonstrate it for you. So I'm smelting down some wheat in order to get Victus, and if I put a warded jar here, and we should be getting some Victus. Please? It's searching for it. Ah, it worked. You see, you don't need piping anymore, and this is so useful. Well, I made the Infusion Altar in order to make the seals from Golemancy, but there is a Verdant Charm which, if I upgrade it, it will give me health regeneration. So I gathered the essentials that we're going to need, the items that we're going to need, and we are going to start our infusion and see if it works. Huh? Okay, you don't want to work? Why? Ah, I have to do it again. Okay, that just started the device. Okay, unstable. That's a good start. I should stability for. Okay, I'll do that later. Is it that unstable? It was like moderate. Okay. Ah, nice flux. You know, this is not the best. It's not a good start. This is why I hate Infusion, because it's dangerously unstable. I guess this is the time where I should just run. Stop. Stop. Stop! How do you stop this thing? Should I just take it out? Oh yeah, okay. Fine. You just wasted all of my Essentia. I want to say that the second attempt is better, but so far it's not. We will just grab and run, and we have gained temporary warp. Nice. Well, I decided to play it safe and make an advanced focus because it has minor instability and I already have most of the essentials that we were going to need and all the items. So, let's craft an advanced focus, and it's unstable. What's wrong with you? Well, obviously this is not working and I have to do some stabilizing rituals. Well, I made 4 more pedestals, and if we have 4 items to craft, this is as symmetrical as it gets. I don't know how to improve the symmetry. I also made some candles. I did not have enough material to make more, so we're just going to use 16 candles and it should be fine, I hope. And 5 stabilizers, and I hope that they are actually compatible with Draconic Evolution, because they need RF in order to function. And we should be getting it any second. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. We have an advanced focus. Awesome. I don't want a charm, I don't care anymore. This is the third attempt and it has failed. If I want to regenerate health, I will eat food. I promise I will eat food. I don't want to do this again. When I have enough candles, I will try to stabilize it more and try again. But right now, I'm done. The seals that I want to make from Golemancy, they have negligible instability. So we should be fine crafting those. That thing also gave me a lot of temporary warp. And yes, I am going insane very soon. Nice. Deadly Gaze 4 for 2.5 minutes. We have to make the salt. Let's make our golem press, and in order to do that you just need to spray Silas Mundus on this combination of blocks and you should have a golem press. The only thing is that you have to supply it with Machina Essentia, and we're going to do that through a pipe, and we should be fine. The GUI will tell you which kind of golems are available, what material you're going to need for each golem, and what are the golem attributes. So you have to read through them anyway. Depending on which kind of golem you want, if you want a golem to fight for you, or if you want a golem to walk fast and gather stuff for you, you have to select different golems. For instance, a wooden one will walk faster, a thaumium one will be better for fighting. So I'll craft a golem and I will bring you back. I've made some seals that we're going to try out and a Golemancer's bell which will allow me to control golems. Also, I have all the required material in my inventory, and if I click press, we should have a golem soon. Yes. Let's try him out. He looks so cute. We're going to have an army of golems. Some of them will cook, some of them will gather resources, some of them will gather food, and most of them will clean up after me because I'm a lazy person. So if I put the collect seal on the floor, and with my Golemancer's bell I can manly scream, no worries, no worries. I'm going to take care of this idiot. You jerk. You gave me a heart attack. As I was saying, we have the collect seal on the ground, which if you hold your Golemancer's bell, you can see the area of work. We're going to have the store seed on this chest, and shift right click? No, okay, then right click on the chest. So anything which is dropped on that collect area will be collected by the golem and will be deposited in this chest, and we can test it with this. Yeah, why not? Do your job, my dear friend. I just love him. He's so adorable. Hi. So this is a world backup because my world crashed. We had a flux issue near the base and I was trying to stabilize it using Thaumcraft stabilizers. When the work was done and the flux was converted into something else, the world completely crashed, I couldn't log back in, and we lost a little bit of progress. I have to catch up and I will bring you right back. Okay, we are good to go, and I just want to show you my favorite seal, which is called Provide. If you're 32 blocks away from an inventory and if you attach that seal to the inventory, you can request items and a golem will go and bring it for you. Thank you so much, kind sir. This is lovely. And we have golems who will fight for you. These are thaumium golems and they have a lot of hit points, so they are actually very useful as fighting golems. They don't do that much damage though. I wanted to go to the Betweenlands, and in order to do that we have to find one of these structures which generate in a swamp. So I use my nature's compass and I teleported to a swamp. You scared me. What? Why would you do that? So we are going to need to farm some of these guys in order to get a fragment, and if we combine 4 different fragments we will get a talisman, which is our gateway key, and this guy is slightly annoying. What? Oh, okay. He teleports. Okay. So, did you drop anything? No. Well, I'll try to find some more of these guys then. I have all the 4 fragments, and if we combine them in the altar, we should be able to get the talisman. Ah. Oh, that's actually nice. It sounds nice. It looks nice. Great details. I don't know how to fill in these silences. Should I tell a joke or I don't know. It's too late anyway, we have the talisman. So how do I get it? Ah, from here. Okay. We're done, we can go back home. The way it works is that you will put a sapling on the ground like so, and you will right click with your talismans, and you should have a portal. You spawn in the portal, okay? How does it look from the outside? I put it far away from the base, and yeah, I did a good job. It would be laggy and it will cause problems. So let's go to the Betweenlands and see what happens. You know guys, I've been here for 1 or 2 minutes and I don't know what is it about this mod, but it terrifies me, literally. And I know that some mods are designed to be played with vanilla concepts, but I don't care. I'm going to use the technology that we have, because otherwise I'm not able to function here. I need a safe perimeter, I need a base of operations, and I need to make sure that there is at least a place where I can be safe. So we're going to have a railgun, and... Who did you shoot? You see, that's the problem. Enemies keep approaching me from the darkness and I cannot see them. I believe that was the intention of the mod author, but I don't know, it just makes me afraid. We will come back to this place after we have a secure perimeter, and we will do it the vanilla style in order to finish the progression. But right now I just want to have a base, and that's it. Ah, a fish. Can I eat you? Please tell me I can eat you. What? Okay. That was Thaumcraft thingy. What is it, this Thaumaria? So, is it like diarrhea and I'm dropping stuff on the floor? No. Okay, that's nice. He is the newest addition to our pets because he's going to stop the rain if we give him a sunflower. You can actually easily automate this using an open crate and a weather sensor from Quark. I don't have Quark in the pack, but it shouldn't be that difficult. Ah, he's also happy and smiling. The last thing that I want to do today is to automate the production of living wood and living rock using golems. So let's get started. We need 2 floating flowers, any color will do. 2 Ronan carpers in order to place the blocks, and they do not require mana to operate. And then we convert them into the floating version. A Ronan carpus will place any blocks that you throw at it on the same block that it's planted on. So it's planted on grass, it will place this block on grass. It has a huge range, so it put it there. So in order to specify where should it place a block, you should use the same material as ground that you put under the Ronan carpus. I'm using coursed earth for living rock and podzol for living wood. So this Ronan carpus will only plant on coursed earth, and the other one will only do it on podzol. The next important part is that we only want to dispense 8 items at each Ronan carpus, because the pure daisy can only handle 8 blocks. So if I give this a redstone signal, I hope it will just dispense 8 items. Yep, cool. It's a very simple circuit, it's just a burned out redstone signal and I let it burn out. So we just have to power this block once and it will dispense 8 items. So I copied the clock again, and if I put this block, the clock will activate and it will burn out. All we have to do is to power this block. No, sorry, this one. For that I'm going to use a timer from Rftools. So I set the timer to 1200 ticks, but it's not going to be enough. I think I need 1500. But for test purposes we just put it to 6 seconds and it should dispense items. When you're tired, you should not do redstone, because you need a dropper, not a dispenser, in order to push items into the open crate. Now it should be fine. For collecting the items, I'm using a hopper hook and 2 storage drawers. This way the hopper hook will not pick up the stone and the wood which is dropped for the Ronan carpus, because it does not have an inventory to put it in. You can also use a chest with item frames, but I find this method easier. We also have to configure our seals before we put the golems, because otherwise it will be a problem and they will mine everything. So we set this one to 3x3 and this one as well. Cool. Now we just have to whitelist living rock for this one and living wood for the other one. The reason that I'm using 2 seals is that each seal only has 1 item filter, so that's the only way I can make the golems not to mine the stone or the wood which is going to be around the pure daisy. So let's activate this and test it. Alright guys, it's also time to wrap up the episode, before it gets super long. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.